Hello and welcome back to Under the Knife 2. Alright, let's continue the craziness. Episode 4, Abduction. How did it go, Angie? Were you able to make an appointment with the HOA? Yes, I had to be persistent, but they finally caved. Angie, I know Professor Blackwell must have had a good reason for joining them. Otherwise, he never would have accepted their offer without at least consulting you first.
This can't be.
Can you think of a good enough reason for him not even tell his own daughter? I've supported him his entire time as he worked to atone for all the things he did. Maybe his last guild operation made him have a change of heart. Even though it was successful, it may have made him more concerned about his condition. Then he should have come to Caduceus. If we see him in person, though, that should give us our answers. I'm sorry to have dragged you into coming along. It's no problem, Angie. I'd like to hear what his true intentions are, too.
Doctor.
Dr. Stiles, thank you. So, this is the headquarters of the Hands of Asclepius.
Angie.
Well, Angie, let's go inside. Right. My father is here. This is really a stunning facility. It's a lot like Caduceus, but it may even be better equipped.
Angie.
I had a feeling you'd come. Father. Angie, Derek, it's been a while. It may have been better, though, if we hadn't met like this.
Excuse me.
Professor Blackwell, are you okay? My prognotics look great, thanks to your flawless operation. I'd expect no less from you, Derek. Thank you. You're welcome. Why?
Father.
Why have you joined the Hands of Asclepius, Father? Was it all a big lie when you told me about all that about atoning for your sins? I can't blame you for thinking that way. But there were limits on how much research I could actually accomplish while in prison. Despite my crimes, I was treated very well, and I was constantly frustrated by those limitations. If prison wasn't sufficient enough, then why didn't you come to Caduceus? Wouldn't that have been a more logical choice than coming here? The facility here, the funds, the lack of restrictions, these are all very beneficial conditions. Unfortunately, Caduceus never would have been able to provide me with what the HOA does. And they've requested that I participate in the Ability Enhancement Program as well. Then, you were recruited by Patrick Mercer? Yes, that's correct. The mass production of doctors capable of the healing touch. It will help the people around the world. And I want to be a part of the research that will help take down diseases like guilt. Father. That's all I can tell you, unfortunately. Everyone here has signed non-disclosure agreements. But I'm doing well, so please, don't worry about me.
Excuse me.
Can I ask one more thing before we leave, Professor? Yes. What are those remnants at Delphi trying to do with guilt? Since they've lost Adam, I doubt they can do much more than seek out vengeance. Without his guiding philosophy, they'll probably just try to hurt society by any means possible. Though I hope that's not the case. We'd have a much harder time stopping them if it is. I'm sorry, I shouldn't speak of such pessimistic things. Lately, it's just been very difficult to perceive what's true and what isn't. Anyway, I've got to get going. Angie, take care.
Father.
Why? He's up to something, Angie. I know it. I'm sure we're all familiar with the guild biohazard that occurred at Elysium. The possibility of that outbreak being an organized terrorist attack was suggested early on. But now that Delphi's reformation has been confirmed, it's logical to assume they were behind it. So you're saying the attacks on Elysium and Acropolis were connected? Yes, exactly. But there's more to it. At the time of the attack, Elysium and Acropolis were in cooperation for PGS medicine research. That means Acropolis has been somehow involved in both of the attacks thus far. It isn't so far-fetched, then, to theorize that someone from the inside may have aided the assault. And since Elysium is government-staffed, it would be more plausible that it was on Acropolis' side.
What?
And Delphi has already managed to infiltrate them? I believe it would be a good idea to alert Acropolis of that possibility. Of course, we'll need to send them a very detailed explanation of why we believe so. Dr. Stiles and I need to go there to check on their infected personnel, so why not send us? Acropolis and the HOA have gotten very close lately, so making it hard for us to even get in there. But since Dr. Stiles is well liked by both sides, we'll have a better chance of getting an appointment.
Well,
You have a good point, Angie. Then I'll count on both of you to inform President Mayuzumi. You're pretty aggressive today, Angie. I don't think we can afford to be on the defensive anymore, Doctor. Are you here to see President Mayuzumi?
yes.
Yes, we have an appointment with her. Mr. Stiles, yes, we have you down. Unfortunately, President Mayuzumi is running a little late returning from a lunch meeting. Would you like to wait for her to return, or try again later? We'll wait. She is returning though, right? Yes. Oh, in fact, her car is pulling up on the parking lot monitor right now. Wait, who are those? What the?
What?
Is something wrong? President Mayuzumi! Oh no. She's surrounded by men all dressed in black. What?
Angie!
Angie, watch out! That car almost hit you. It was going way too fast. The police are finally here. What's going on? This is terrible. Help! Hey, tell us what happened. The president. Someone has kidnapped President Mayuzumi.
What?
Kidnapped? I'm the driver of the president's car, but we were suddenly ambushed by 3 men. They put a gun to my head and dragged me out of the car. Then the car that just tore out of here. Was the president still inside? The secretary guard on duty saw... the security guard on duty saw it happening and tried to stop them. But they got away. Shouts the secretary guard. We need a doctor. Get someone down here, quick. Is someone hurt? That's one of the assailants. They exchanged gunfire with the security guards. He got shot and... As the president's driver, you have access to the rooms inside, right? What are you planning, Doctor? I need him to let the employees here know about the situation so we can use their operating room. If we wait for an ambulance, that man won't make it. Can you do that for me? I'll try. Angie, I'm going to need your help.
Understood.
Yes, Dr. Stiles. I'll explain the patient's condition. The bullet hit the patient very close to his heart, but it doesn't seem to have penetrated all the way through. Then the bullet must still be inside. This is going to be a tricky procedure. Yes, we need to operate with the utmost of care. We have only one objective for this operation. Extract the bullet lodged near the heart. We only have an approximate location of the bullet. Let's be careful, Doctor.
There's no time. Let's begin.
Yeah, so not only do we need precision, we also need speed, because we only have a minute.
Please, hurry. Use the drains. We need to pick up the pace. Please continue. Use the drain. You can't do that. This isn't good.
Alright, so cardiac arrest is occurring. We can't use the defibrillator because the bullet's still inside, of course. So we're just gonna have to deal with it.
Use the forceps.
Pull out the bullet. Oh dear. Oh no.
All right.
Understood.
So now we're going to massage the heart by hand. Just tap the screen when... no. There we go. Tap the circle when it's overlapping with the blue one.
Doctor, hurry. Doctor.
This might take a couple of tries, though. It's a little fickle. "20 seconds left. Oh, no.
Well, that's done.
Okay.
The sutures are ready.
Looked like Angie was about to say something, but she changed her mind. There we go. 10:05.
Yeah.
Alright, so Derek and Angie are pondering the possibility now of a mole in Acropolis. And, well, there's only one way to find out. Somehow we got an S rank. Are you Dr. Stiles? My name is Detective Buckley from the precinct.
Yes.
Oh yes, I'm Derek Stiles. What is the suspect's condition? The bullet has caused damage to his heart. He needs to remain under close observation. Is there any way we can transport him? Absolutely not. It would be too dangerous to move him right now. I see. Well, it's imperative that we question him as soon as he's conscious.
What?
That won't be possible for at least a while. He could still undergo arrhythmia, so he may need to have a pacemaker put in. Well, the longer we wait, the more of a problem we have. We don't have any leads as to where Ms. Mayuzumi has been taken. So as of right now, that suspect is our best source of information. Isn't there anything you can do, Doctor? One can only wonder, indeed. Episode 5, The Trace.
Hey!
I can't believe they still don't know where the president was taken. It's been so long since she was kidnapped. Man, do you think she's really gonna be alright? Well, they determined that it was definitely Delphi, and I heard they've started negotiations. That's good. Maybe that'll buy them enough time to track him down. And what happened to the kidnapper they caught? He didn't tell them yet?
No.
It's not that he won't. He can't. He's still in no condition to be interrogated. His recovery from the wound itself looks good, but there may have been signs of arrhythmia. It's to the point where we're discussing whether or not to insert a pacemaker. I wonder what'll happen to Ms. Mayuzumi.
Yes.
I'm worried about her too, but we just have to hope she'll be okay. There's nothing we can do. A member of the Special Weapons and Tactics team mentioned something interesting. It would be possible to attach a GPS to a pacemaker. Would it be possible to? Which would allow us to track the suspect? I've heard about that kind of technology being used in the military. And are you implying you want us to implement that in our patient, Detective Buckley? Well, if we were to let him escape, he'd most likely lead us to Miss Mayuzumi's location. At this point, we don't have time to waste on an interrogation that could lead us nowhere. So you would really let the suspect escape on purpose? And you want Caduceus to go along with something like that? I know it's a gamble, but right now it's the best course of action available to us.
No.
I'm totally against this. The suspect hasn't even completely healed yet. Even if we do insert the pacemaker, he'll still be able to do anything he still won't be able to do anything strenuous. I hadn't planned on telling you this, so please make sure you keep it confidential. But Delphi has demanded that any organizations researching anti-guilt medication be dismantled. And if we don't respond within 72 hours, they've threatened to infect Ms. Mayuzumi with guilt. That's absurd! As a doctor, I still can't agree to go along with this. It puts the patient's life at risk. Listen, we're negotiating with you because you're his physicians. But my department is moving under the assumption that this operation is going to take place. If Caduceus won't proceed, we've considered having doctors from the HOA go through with it. Them? You can't be serious! I'm sure they wouldn't refuse. Derek, 24 hours. What? We'll let the patient out of medical supervision for a maximum of 24 hours. If the police can't ascertain the president's location within that time frame, then the patient will be taken back into custody and brought here. Is that a deal, Detective? That sounds fine with me.
No.
But... Derek, we have to consider the best solution. Our patient's life is not the only one at stake. If you want to save Ms. Mayuzumi, then we have to cooperate with them. Understood? Yes, sir. Thank you for your support. But if any abnormalities occur in the patient, please call off your operation immediately. We'll do the best we can to ensure that happens, but I can't make any guarantees. Alright, time to put in a pacemaker. I'm going to get started with the briefing. For this operation, we'll be implanting a pacemaker in the patient's chest. His condition remains unstable due to the weakening of his heart caused by the chest injury. The pacemaker we'll be putting in should remedy this. There is only one objective for this operation. Implant the pacemaker and activate it. Needless to say, this operation puts the patient's life at great risk. His cardiopulmonary functions have already gotten weaker. So if any problems arise, there's a high possibility he could go into cardiac arrest.
Be careful.
Please be extremely careful. I understand.
All right, let's do this.
Let's begin the operation.
This is where you want to continue getting used to hand massaging the heart, because we can't use the defibrillator here.
The forceps.
Alright, so place it here.
The forceps. One down.
There we go.
Use the drain. Use the drain. Doctor, let's use the forceps. Use the forceps. The sutures are ready. Well, that's done.
That doesn't look good.
Vitals dropping.
Oh,
This isn't good. Doctor,
alright, that wasn't too bad.
this can't be.
Oh, so the lead here snapped.
Understood. Use the antibiotic gel.
That's part of why it doesn't. That's part of why it isn't working properly.
Use the scalpel.
Why it isn't working properly.
Use the drain.
So we're going to go and take it out as Angie repeats herself.
The sutures are ready. Use the forceps.
1, 2.
Forceps.
Good.
Use the ultrasound. Use the scalpel. Use the scalpel.
1, 2.
Use the drain. Use the forceps. Use the forceps. The sutures are ready.
That's embarrassing.
Please continue. Well, that's done.
Let's try it again. That's better.
Dr. Stiles! The sutures are ready. Operation complete. Dr. Stiles!
Angie,
So we're going to. That's funny. So Angie was going off just now about finally complete with the precinct for giving us faulty equipment, and I don't blame her. That's pretty crappy. Yes, I understand. Right. We'll leave the rest to you.
Derek.
Derek, everything is proceeding as planned. The patient has escaped, and the police are monitoring him. I hope his condition stays stable. I know that as doctors, what we're doing here may seem deplorable. But this is a war, and our enemies are Delphi and guilt. This maneuver may prevent more guilt terrorism from taking place, and if that's the case, then I know we've done the right thing. We just have to keep our hopes up. And depend on the police to expose and eradicate what's left of Delphi.
Yes.
Indeed. Well, as a wise man once said, sometimes the right choice is the wrong choice. And well, we'll have to see what that entailed later.